Well, here we are on a beautiful spring day. Great day for a drive. So I'll take the 73 LTD Brougham for a drive, and you can see, especially in the sunlight, this gold glamour metallic paint, which was an optional color, really shines quite well. It's a bit of a muddy, mustardy color when it's cloudy, but looks great in the sun. Very 70s period color. For those who haven't seen my previous video, this is a 460 powered car with the firm heavy-duty ride and handling package and some other options like AC and cornering lights, the full wheel covers. These Fords were on 121-inch wheelbase, Mercury's were on 124, and the Lincolns were on 127, so you got a little bit more as you paid more. Of course, that also means the Ford is pretty light, and so with this 460, it scoots along pretty well. This is the first year for the revised styling front and rear. They had the so-called Nudesden nose in the front, the bird beak 71 and 2, which I like as well. Never been able to find a 71 or 2 in really nice shape, but I did find this one. And I mentioned in the other video that I found it on a dealership lot of a Ford dealer, Griffin Ford in Waukesha, Wisconsin, in the middle of winter. Super happy I got it. I mean, the car is just, everything about it is so clean. And I drove it today about 50 miles, and I arrived in comfort and quietness. These really are great cars. You know, if you're trying to get an entry-level collectible that you can keep forever, that doesn't have to be an entry-level collectible, it just is because the cars aren't that valuable. This is one of those cars. I mean, look at, people ask, you know, how did I afford all these cars? Well, this was something I found on a dealership lot 3 years ago, and I ended up paying $6,800 for it. And I had to put some work into it. I had to redo the exhaust, put factory style duals on it, rebuilt the carburetor. But I've done nothing cosmetically. I've polished it, and I've conditioned the vinyl top, and I detailed the interior, but I've done no restorations. This is all original fabric, carpets, dash. So at least a few years ago, you could get a really nice car like this for, you know, not much money. And you can even make this a daily driver if you wanted. I couldn't do that. This car's too rare. They only made 5,000 of these with the 460 and 73. You could get the 351, the 400, 429, or the 460. 460 was a Lincoln exclusive until halfway through the 1972 model year when they introduced it on the Mercurys, and then it proliferated down to the Fords in 73. Then in 74, they dropped the 429. You could just get the 351, 400, or the 460. So it's a rare car, especially with the firm ride and handling package. As you'll see, we'll take it for a little drive. And I kind of like the front end. It's not as nice as the 71 and 2, but I think it's very handsome and masculine. Definitely looks like it belongs in a police force. It's definitely not a dainty front end, if you will. And this car, interestingly, has the manual mirror. This is not a remote mirror. So you just adjust it. And I like the way it looks. The manual mirror looked a little bit better, had a little more style than the remote mirror. And these, unlike the Marquis Broughams, the Ford LTD Brougham did come with this high back seat standard. The Marquis Brougham, that was optional. You had to get the twin comfort lounge seats to get that. Here, this is not the optional seat. It's not twin comfort. You can see it's one standard bench. But you do get the comfortable seats, and they are comfortable. The car is great for long trips. So, let's go take it for a drive on a nice spring day. Just Just wanted to get a shot of it in the sun here because this car really comes to life in the sun. All right, let's go. Well, here we are. Just a great cruiser. And this firm ride and handling package really toughens up the typically mushy Ford suspension. But super comfortable car. Love the hardtop. Got the window open. Having fun. Just a pleasant cruiser. And this 460 has plenty of torque. Pretty amazing in general how much torque that it has. Despite it being a smog engine. These do have the retarded cam gear starting in 73. It's retarded by 6 degrees versus the earlier years, but to be truthful, in this car you really don't notice it. It's got great throttle tip in. No issues at all. Oh, so comfortable. Flight bench seats. Just a nice drive. The only thing about these cars that kind of stinks is the steering ratio of this Ford steering gear is really, really slow. Oh well, can't have everything. The ride's great, that's for sure. And no wind buffeting when you have a hardtop. Very pleasant to drive the car with the windows down. No wonder why the police love them. You know, these cars you can pick up for a fraction of the price of a Caprice or an Impala, and truth be told, they drive better. Might not look quite as nice. Well, I think they're handsome, but they're great rides for the price. Just a nice, quiet drive. Ford advertised these cars as the quiet is the sound of a well-made car, and they definitely are quiet. The Mercuries are even more quiet, but nothing to complain about in this LTD at all. Really nice, quiet car. This road is really bumpy. You can see this isn't a total mushy suspension. There you go. Little 460 power for you. Very muffled. I've got factory style duals on this car, so. But it moves. And when you want to cruise just like this, it's very quiet, comfortable. These cars, you know, until a few years ago were really not worth much of anything. And I think they're great. I mean, you want a good entry-level collectible that you can keep even beyond a few years, this is it. You don't have to worry about driving it, just enjoy it, put some miles on it. And of course the mail truck. Always something. So here we are. .460 still has plenty of power. Just a great cruiser. Thanks for watching this walk around and drive of my 73 LTD Brougham. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe as that helps the YouTube algorithm serve it up to more people like you. If you really liked it, hit the super thanks button, which is the heart-shaped icon with the $sign in it. And until next time, check the video thumbnails at the bottom left and right for some suggestions for you. And if you want to subscribe, click the icon of the 67 Buick Riviera at the top left, and then hit the bell to ensure you're notified of all my future videos. What are you waiting for? You found your home for talking about the nitty-gritty of classic vehicles. Thanks again for watching. Until next time, take care.